Hi guys, welcome to this video. I'm Kim Lansley Peterson, an attorney by profession, a creative by heart. And on this platform, I share insights with young professionals on how to effectively navigate being a young professional. Now you've clicked into this video because you're a young professional, it's Q4, and you're being proactive about your opportunities that you need to create in 2023. Now, like I said in a recent LinkedIn post of mine, opportunities don't happen, opportunities are created, and you know it, and that's why you've clicked into this video. So let's go. The 5 tips I'm sharing with you today are as follows. So you need to identify your goals. That's very important, and I think that's the easiest part of it. Secondly, you need to work out who the people are in your workplace that you need to build relationships with in order to reach your goals. Then you need to work smart and hard, not only hard. 4, you need to ensure that the people you've identified as key players to reach your goals actually know about your goals. And they also need to know that you're working hard and smart. And then you need to rinse and repeat. So let's get into it. When it comes to identifying your goals, you need to ensure that your goals are SMART. Now, I'm sure you've heard about what SMART stands for as an acronym, but I'm going to share with you nonetheless. So, if your goals are SMART, it means that your goals are specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time-bound. Now, if you take me, for instance, when I started my law career in 2016, directly out of university, I knew that I wanted to get into an IP law firm. That meant that I was specific about my goal. My goal was measurable. Am I in an IP law firm or not? At the time I was not, so I needed to work towards that. Actionable meant that I had to work out the relevant steps for me to get there, which I did. Relevant meant that it was relevant to my career trajectory. Time bound, well, it speaks for itself. There was a particular time period in which I worked. So coming to me, I started my legal career at a general litigation law firm. I wanted to ultimately be in an IP law firm. So this meant that when I started my training as an attorney in 2016, I had 2 years in which I had to complete my training, and then I would be admitted as an attorney. I knew that to be admitted as an attorney and not be at an IP law firm just yet would make my progression into IP really difficult. So I knew that ultimately, ideally, I should be able to cede my articles, my training contract from the general litigation law firm to the IP law firm. So that was my goal. It was specific, it was measurable, it was actionable, relevant, and time-bound. And I can say that after a year and 5 months, I managed to cede my articles into an IP law firm, and I've been at an IP law firm ever since. So ensure that you start with your goals, you make it smart, and then we're going to come to the second tip. So once you've identified your goals, you need to identify the key players in your workplace that you need in order to reach your goals. So for instance, if you're an associate and your goal is to become a senior associate at your law firm, it's obviously that you're going to make your goals SMART. Then you need to ensure that you also build relationships with the key players in your law firm in order to reach those goals. As an associate, that would most likely be immediately the partner that you're working with. That would also be the relevant team that you're working with. So if there's a secretary, if there are other associates, if there are senior associates, you need to build good relationships with those particular individuals. You also need to look at who are the directors in your law firm, who are the partners in your law firm, ultimately the people who would make the decision as to whether you are promoted to senior associate level or not. And you need to then build relationships with those people so that when those people come to the decision-making phase, you can be front of mind in order for them to be like, yes, this person has worked hard and this person is ready for the next level, so let's go ahead and give this person an opportunity to be promoted to that next level. Not wanting to make this video too long, number 3 is you need to work hard and you need to work smart. There are a number of components that come into play when you're working smart. Just to give you an example, when you're working on a particular matter, try to finish that matter as quickly as possible to avail yourself in order to be able to take on other matters if those matters arise, whether those matters be actual billable matters or what law firms like to refer to as other kinds of KPIs, such as BD, so article writing, whether it means going to a particular networking event. Don't only focus on billable matters and get tied down in matters where that's all that you're allocating your time to. Do ensure to complete matters as quickly as possible so that you can open up time for other matters, so that when the partners that need to make the decision as to whether you're promoted or not at your law firm, when they do evaluate your progress, they can see that you are a hard worker, but then also there's dynamism to the kind of work that you do. So that's one of the ways in which you can work hard and you can work smart. Then you want to ensure that the people that you've identified as key players in your progression, those people are actually aware that you are working hard and smart. Because, and I've said this in one of my videos and I'm probably going to link it over here, if you're working hard and you're working smart, but the people you've identified as key players, those people don't know about what you're doing, it's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to stand to your benefit if you're doing all the work but no one actually knows that you're doing the work. So do ensure that the people that you've identified as key players actually know that you're working hard and you're working smart, and that those people actually think that too. And then you want to ensure that you do this up until you actually reach a particular goal, at which point you've already identified another goal, or identify another goal at that particular time and you do it again. You ensure that your goals are smart. You ensure that you identify who are the key players in your workplace in order to reach your goal. You ensure that you work hard and you work smart. You ensure that the people you've identified as key players are actually aware of your goals and that you are working hard and you are working smart, and you do it all again until you continuously reach your goals and you progress to the next level. So guys, that is how you create opportunities for yourself in the workplace. Knowing that opportunities don't happen, opportunities are created, and that obviously you are to create those opportunities for yourself. So we've come to the end of this video. Do comment in the section below. And for those of you who have commented in my earlier videos, big shout out to you. It's always great to know who I'm speaking to and to know what kind of impact this content is making. Subscribe to my channel. Do engage with me on all leading social media platforms. You know my name, Kim Lansley Peterson.